If we have not met yet, I am Georgia, the dresser fixer-upper. I specialize in dressers. So that is what I flip, that is what I work on. And so today we are going to get into 3 ways to flip your furniture faster, okay? I'm all about efficiency. To help you remember this, the 3 ways, I've got 3 F's here that will help you remember the 3 ways that you can flip your furniture faster. And that is find, fix, and flip. It is my 3-step process. And as you learn the different time hacks with finding and fixing and flipping, as you learn these time hacks, it will drastically shorten down your time and you will be able to flip your furniture faster, okay? So the first one is find, and I am sitting here, I'm actually sitting here with some of my tools. As you can see, I have this is a dolly. I love this dolly. It moves dressers around like a dream. And basically, I'm also sitting here with one of my flips that I just got finished, and we will talk about that with the fix. But first, let me talk to you about the find. Some of the ways to really speed things up for you when it comes to finding, 2 things that really come to mind is number 1, you want to find the right dresser. Well, you want to find the right dresser, meaning that something that doesn't need to be rebuilt, right? We're not reinventing the wheel here, so to speak. We're not rebuilding the wheel, you know? So you don't want something, because that's going to take a lot of time, especially if you're a beginner. You're looking for things that you can make those quick cosmetic fixes. All right, so when you look at something, you know, one of the things, I can give you an example, would be, you can see the track here, are the tracks. So sometimes we might pull out a drawer, and when you get it pulled out halfway or more, it'll fall down, right? It'll drop. And that usually means you have a track issue. And I will be having, in this series of videos that I'm doing, I will definitely be going all into drawers and tracks and how to replace tracks and what to do with tracks. I'm sure you're really excited if you've dealt with this issue and this problem. And hey, I've looked on YouTube, and there might be a video or 2 about this, but ultimately I'm gonna show you all the ways to avoid problems when it comes to tracks. And it's not the same for every dresser, right? It's not the same. So we'll get into that later. But yeah, so if you noticed that all the drawers had track issues, then you've got to think about how much time that's gonna take you, especially if you've never had to replace a track, right? So, you know, think about things like that. If you look at a piece and it's like you can tell you're gonna have to sand the whole thing down, well, all of that is very time consuming. So as you are trying to find your dresser, you start to think, you know, how much time will that take me? Have I ever done that before? You know, am I gonna be lost? Is that gonna really slow me down, right? So look for those things that are gonna be cosmetic fixes, you know, things that, you know, I've gotten dressers before where just the top maybe needed a light sanding, I would try my different cosmetic tricks and tips on there to try to avoid sanding, you know, if I could. But you always kind of check your watch, check the time, and go, okay, I could get it sanded down in like 10 minutes or less, and put a quick coat of stain on it, or maybe you want to just paint the top, that kind of thing. So just remember, right dresser means you're not going to have to rebuild it, really even replace tracks if you've not done that before. Things that will really slow you down. So look for those quick cosmetic fixing type of things, right? So, and I have a lot of those to help you save time. So find, remember our 3-step process: find, fix, flip. So finding that right dresser, nothing that's going to take a lot of time in rebuilding. But also, in your local area, in the city where you live, okay, at the different Goodwills and Salvation Armies and secondhand stores, you want to drop in a lot from time to time. You want to drop in a lot throughout the week, and you want to begin to look for patterns. Okay, so look for inventory. I call them inventory patterns, where you start to see where are the good dressers or where are the good pieces of furniture. And dressers too, the reason why I specialized in dressers is just because they sell well. They are a piece of furniture that sells well. But yeah, look for those, the secondhand stores, those places where you're like, ooh, that one over on that side of town usually has the best inventory. So kind of take note of that, pay attention to that, and go to those places first, and you can, kill two birds with one stone. And as you're out, I hate that saying, but because I like birds, but I grew up hearing that, right? Just go, and as you're running errands, dropping your kids off, picking them up, whatever it is, out to the store, drop in, pop in, do the pop in, and keep looking for those opportunities. And of course, a lot of times, first thing in the morning when they first open at 9, a little past 9, pop in there. That's a good time, and you can find a lot of good stuff. I've had it too where I found a good dresser, had to come back a few hours later to pick it up, and then found another one that they pushed out. So, being in there at different times, but take note of the inventory. So find the right dresser, that quick fix cosmetic kind of stuff, especially if you're just beginning. And then inventory, take note of the good spots, for furniture and dressers. And you can look online, of course, too. Hunt through the garage sale site of Marketplace. And there's OfferUp, there's Gumtree in the UK. I have taught all this process and these techniques to people all over the globe, especially UK, Canada, Scotland. So you've got to be, I've helped them become familiar with their local market area and how to find things where they live, right? Okay, so there's your find. Now fix. Fix is our second step, our second way to flip your furniture faster. So in the fix department, just like I was describing, I specialize in what I have invented a lot of, and that is quick cosmetic restoration. Okay, so I love to restore it to its former glory. And I don't do a lot of stripping and sanding. I do spot sanding, and I'm constantly trying to invent ways to make the process faster, to take refinishing steps away. I call it the non-refinishing method, okay, because I'm always trying to save time. Time is money, and we're busy. We're all busy. We have kids and jobs and all kinds of things going. We need things to happen faster, right? Yeah. So the Fix It is this quick cosmetic restoration, and I love dark gel stains, mahogany. So two that I will have on hand, and I love the gel stain, because it goes on like a polish just about. And I use a old t-shirt rags, lint-free kind of rags, and I'll dip it in there. Of course, I have my gloves on, and one of my most important loved tools is the Breath Buddy mask. You can get this on Amazon, and it goes, over your neck here with this small strap, and then it goes right on, and then this goes on the head like so. and it's on there, and it's great. Another thing I love too, oh dear God, this is one of my favorite new things I love, and it is in a spray can, and it is a spray wood stain. It's a wood stain, like in a spray paint can, okay? Yeah, and I love this stain that sprays, because sometimes you'll have spots like on the corner of a drawer, that's like, I just had this on one that was kind of balding, a bald spot. And I was able just to spray some of that stain on there, and it blended just nicely, you know. Sometimes the gel stain on a bald spot can either not soak in entirely, um, or yeah, it just doesn't have that coverage, you know. And a lot of times I love to use black gel stain for spots like that, but this, it was like this medium kind of oak color, you know, and kind of in the medium tones. And I didn't want to use anything too dark on it. And that spray wood stain was awesome. Like I said, it starts with that right dresser that you don't have to rebuild. Maybe the finish is kind of worn, you know, and it just needs that enriching from the gel stain. And you don't always have to go all over. Sometimes I'll get a dresser where the front of the drawers, maybe I can use something like Old English for dark woods and just put that on the front because the drawers are pretty good. And then maybe it's just the top that needs the dark gel stain and needs some tender loving care, or the sides, you know? And another hack that I love to do that saves me time, you can lay out a sheet or a tarp, old blanket in your vehicle, and you know, as you get your dresser home, it can be laying on its back, and you can work on, oh, that's moving. You can work on the bottom of it, the feet, the bottom parts of it, and I'll get that gel stain out if it needs it, you know, and if it's just looking worn or it just needs that enriching or that freshening up. And I'll start right on the bottom part of it. You know, I have my trusty shop vac right there. I've got a little portable one that I love, and I'll get the cobwebs from underneath, right? And then get, if the feet need some help, if the foot is on the dresser, like let's say it has claw or ball feet and it's loose or needs some help, I'll work on it while it's up in my vehicle. But doing that, getting that part done, and then a lot of times I'll pull that dresser out and it's just at an angle and it's still leaning up against my vehicle, and I'll work on the sides, and I'll get most of that whole thing done before I even stand it up. And I don't know what it is, guys, but it just makes the whole thing go faster. It's like you're 3/4 of the way done or more before you even get that thing completely out, standing up out of your vehicle. And it just moves the whole process along. So these are just cool hacks for you to know what you can do. So we have find, we have fix, quick cosmetic fixing, right? And now we're going to get into the flip part of things. But before I keep going, I just want to say I have a cheat sheet that goes into a lot more detail than I've gone in here. Some of us, you know, we really benefit from having the written form, you know, notes or bullet points, you know, rather than just the video, right? So that is there for you. So grab that cheat sheet. Okay, the third step is flip. Now, flip means this is when you go to sell it. You're getting ready to flip it. You're getting ready to sell it. So this is all about the sales and the marketing. Now, let me tell you, this is the number one area. The flipping, the selling, the marketing is where people, flippers all around, have the most trouble, okay? This is where they need organization. They need to know how to go beyond marketplace. And in one of my videos in this series, you're going to see it coming up here in just a few days. I will be going into how to sell beyond marketplace. Marketplace has truly changed, especially after COVID. It has really, really become a garage sale site. So the reason this is such a big deal is when you look out there and you see the beautiful works of art, the painting, the decoupage, the amazingness of what people are doing. And then they think, oh, I've just worked on this beautiful piece. It's awesome. Now I'm going to throw it up on Marketplace. And they should be getting $800 for it, $1,000 for it, or more. They could get more, but not on Marketplace. It's just the audience, the way the site is, it's just not set up to sell those kinds of pieces. So if that is you, Or if you're just somebody like me that you love to specialize in the heavy wood, the nice sturdy, you like to rescue and restore, maybe that's you. But it's the nice heavy wood, and you should be getting more than just 150 or 200 on Marketplace. So the flip part, the sales and marketing, you have to go beyond Marketplace. You have to set up your Facebook business page. Okay, this isn't your personal profile. This is a Facebook business page. Okay, now maybe you have one, but also you need to know how to optimize it. You need to know all the little marketing strategies to get it optimized, because even when you set it up, that's just the first step. You now need to optimize it. If you build it, if you set up your Facebook business page, they don't automatically come, okay? You also need to know how to run ads, Facebook ads off of that page. Now, everything I'm talking about here is completely separate from Marketplace. This isn't some page on Marketplace. This isn't boosting posts on Marketplace. This is over here in Facebook land where everybody everybody is on, everybody sees. So what that means is your pieces are going into the feeds of people that may not even be on Marketplace, right? And that's millions of people all around you. And I also know how to help you with the shipping part of this, okay? So that is the flip part. But there's also things, that doesn't mean you can't sell on Marketplace. You still can. And there's great things. I know how to really make your title, your description sound great. A lot of times flippers out there will really focus on the staging of a piece. That's okay. But you also need the title, the description, the price has to be just in that right place, because you can have these nicer flips on your Facebook business page. And then over here, you can have quicker flips. I do those. I do quick little dressers that I can sell for a couple hundred, 150, 250 on Marketplace, and just kind of turn them over quickly, get some bread and butter going, things to pay for my, Facebook ads, or things to pay for your supplies, stuff like that, things to help pay for things in your business, So there it is, find, fix, flip. And those are some of the hacks to put that cheat sheet to work and start using these hacks and move a whole lot faster.